Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to replace a valve seal on a cylinder head like this that goes on the Briggs Stratton single cylinder lawn tractor engines. So this is the small valve seal I will be replacing on this head here, and I do it for the intake valve. There's only one seal. The exhaust valve does not have a seal like this. That seal is part number 690968 from Briggs Stratton. Now the intake valve is this one right here. This is your intake where the carburetor bolts, and that's the valve that is in line with this hole. So this simple job can be done without too many tools. What I first do is I put a rag underneath, right where the valves are underneath the head. And the reason I put a rag under there is so that when I push on here to get these two little retainer clips, the valve won't go back down. So I'm not using a valve tool today. I've done a lot of these without that tool. If you're new at doing this, you might want to get a valve tool to do this job. So what I do is I just reach in with my two thumbs here, push down, get these clips out here, the retaining clips. You'll have two of these. Now I push out the valve right through. And here's the seal. I usually replace it when I do a head gasket, because if this seal is leaking, your engine will also burn oil. Now to remove this seal, I grab my Van Plier pliers because they are serrated vertically like this. So they fit perfectly around the valve seal. If you don't have these pliers, you can usually get it out by using two flat screwdrivers and prying up. So you'd go like that, pry it up. But these pliers work the best. You can probably use a regular pair of pliers, but it won't work as well. So all I do here is I grab the seal and then I turn and pull up. It's that easy. And by using the pliers, I am not scratching the valve guide right here. Now grab your new valve seal that I've showed you earlier. And what I use to punch it in is a 7/16 long socket like this, deep socket. And the reason I'm using this socket is because it just hugs the external part of the seal. It doesn't push on the rubber, it pushes on the metal part of the seal so that I don't damage it. So I just put it on here, put the socket on top, and then just lightly tap the socket and try to get it in evenly. It's very important that when you put the seal in that you make sure it is completely straight on the valve guide. And here's the new seal installed. It is flush with the head down here, and it's just pressed in there. Now if your valve has carbon on it, it is a good time to clean it on your wire wheel. And now we'll put some oil on the valve, just so that it goes through the seal easier. Now I put my rag back underneath. I will put the spring back on, get this part right here. Make sure you have these two retaining clips. Now here's the position that these clips go in. The thicker part of the clip goes up. The smaller, thinner part goes toward the bottom. So both clips will go in this position here, just like that, around the valve stem. So what I do is I just push in with my fingers again. So I get the one in, and then I put the other one right here. Then I'm just going to push down, and that's all there is to it. It's so easy, guys. You don't even need the valve tool, but if you're new at it, you might want to use the valve removal tool. So that's all there is to it, guys. You do not always need the valve tools. And again, don't forget to put a rag here when you put it on your counter, because when you push on the spring, it will stop the valve from popping out. Hopefully this video has helped you. Please make sure you're subscribed and that you are following me on social media. Have a great day.